Today we're pulling up in the 1930s to salute Britain's black diamonds, brave miners who risked their lives digging for the coal that powered an empire. We're at the Big Pit Mining Museum in South Wales, and today we're going to look at that most dangerous of occupations, coal mining. Coming up, the shocking truth about one of the worst disasters in coal mining history.
Because they were killed 3/4 of the way through the shift, they docked them 1/4 of their wages.
Thank you very much. Surprising news about the safety equipment used by coal miners in the 1930s.
In those days, it'd be a flat cap, their own shoes, and they had to buy them, mind. They weren't supplied with them.
And we reveal the occupational hazards of working with pit ponies.
If you've ever been bit with an horse, it's something you never forget, because it really is painful. I really can assure you. Today, the Blenavon Town Brass Band are playing just for us at the Big Pit Mining Museum in South Wales, which was once one of 500 collieries that dominated the landscape. We've come here because this is one of the few remaining monuments to our coal mining heritage, and visitors can go underground to get a glimpse of what it was like to be a miner. 100 years ago, British coal was king. It fueled manufacturing, supplied heat for homes, and it was our largest employer. In 1913, British mines produced 1/3 of the world's coal and employed over 1 million men who lived in close-knit communities around the collieries. After the First World War, there was a sharp decline in output due to a global depression and the loss of export markets. On top of this, miners were beginning to be replaced by machines. As the miners toiled below ground for coal, they earned their pay the hard way and risked death on every shift. We've come to Blenavon in South Wales to celebrate their bravery. Joining me are former coal miners and their families from all over the country, with stories to tell about life down the mines. Many of them will be seeing the films we're about to screen for the first time. They'll be showing us family photos and revealing what life was really like for millions of coal miners at that time. Arthur Lewis lives in Essex, but he was born in South Wales, and he knows firsthand what it was like to be a miner before the war. In 1935, aged 14, he went down the pit as a coal miner's apprentice. Did you ever feel there was an option? Your life was you were going to go down the mine and that was that?
That was it.
Yeah.
Because I went to school and at the age of 11, I was asked to go home and asked my parents could I go to sit an exam for the grammar school. But my father had been injured so badly that there was no money in the family. We were 4 boys and 4 girls. And I never did go to grammar school. But at the age of 14, I went underground. My other brother...
Now aged 89, we're about to show Arthur films that will take him underground again, to a time in his life that he thought he would never see. But what memories will they evoke for him?
My brothers and that, they used to get up in the morning, go down in the pit, and then they'd come home at the end of the shift and bath in front of the fire. And my father, he never had his back washed. It weakened your back if you had your back washed. So although you put clean vest and shirt on, you never washed your back. And a friend of mine who lived in Barry Island, near the seaside, he said we knew when the miners from the valleys came because their backs were always black.